Welcome back to part 2, everybody. This uh, is where we left off last time, and I'm gonna go ahead and start trimming these cuts out. So if you hold shift, you can select multiple curves to trim this out. I try pan the trim, it doesn't really work, so you just have to do it manually. So yeah, if anybody knows a quicker way to do this, maybe pattern recognition, that would be a lot faster. Yeah, but yeah, we're gonna do a lot of trimming in this part of the video. So just go ahead and trim, or if you're following along, trim these. That doesn't work. So select the surface, trim, select the lines, point arrows outwards. So I'm just gonna pause the video here and do the rest and come back. Okay, here you go. So I'll trim out all of that, and I'll go ahead and hide the first guide feature. So now we have that. I'm gonna go mirror it downwards, so it creates a cut both ways. So to do that, I'm gonna go create another plane. Let's go to front view and let's put this in the middle. How far is that? So I think it's 32. Let's go OK and select our pattern and go mirror, select the mirror plane and accept. And yep, it's gonna take some time to do this. Yep, looks like it's working. There you go. So now we're going to do some more trimming. But yep, so this 2 feature, it's actually designed to sit very close at the end. Yeah, I did a lot of math calculation to get it to that. Yeah, so the key is finding the right angle and find the length for the circumference length between each pan. So what, from here to here, from here to here, you can find that length. You can find the pitch. But if you have a question about that, just ask me a question privately and I can go through it. But yeah, just do a bit of math and just calculate the feature so it touches at the end. And now we're going to do a bit more trimming to create the result. So basically just go trim again and actually select the feature, select each of these features and trim, and select the opposing feature and click flip the arrow the other way, and just go ahead and you're gonna do this for all of them, for each of the decoration. So flip the other way, accept, and let's go trim again on the third third cut for each of the cut. So that's one, and we continue. Okay, actually we need a trim from there as well. So okay, undo that. So on here we're gonna trim these shapes as well. These shapes first before we go ahead and trim the other way. So yep, I'm gonna quickly just show you what I'm doing, and then I'll just pause the video and take my time to do it. So just go ahead and make the cut for the reverse direction. Trim there, and flip it the other way to keep the material. If it doesn't work, just go cancel and try that again. Should be working. Let's try that again. Trim. Yeah, if it doesn't work, I think you're just selecting the wrong thing. So select that. Let's cancel that out. Let's do that one. Select this surface, go trim. Now select the and flip it other way, except there you go. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that all the way around. Okay, there you go. Here is the surface with the trim on both direction. Now we're gonna do more trimming. So each of these cuts has I'm gonna remove the cuts, the surface within the surface. So I'll go trim and select that way and flip it on the other direction and accept. So that removes that. Now we go do some more trimming. So for each of yeah, this is just a tedious work, but it just shows that it's possible to create the cuts in like bottle, glasses, drinking glass. The key is to use the style tool, and it will allow you to create custom shape, custom cuts, any unique cuts that you need. But yeah, it looks, yeah, it took a lot of time to figure it out. But yeah, this technique is really useful. It allows you to create bottle shapes. I'm just gonna show you just a bit more. But yeah, with the style tool, you gotta work with surfaces. If you work with surfaces, you can work with quilts instead of 3D parts, and you can draw complicated shapes. So I'll just do a cut here. I don't know if you understand what I'm showing you, but yeah, so this nail pen, it's got the end here, it's got a pointy corner. It creates a nice round shape at the top, and that's the design of the drinking glass, and we gotta represent that. So yeah, I've been studying this glass that I have at home for a while, and yeah, it took me like about 2 weeks to figure it out on and off. So yeah, I'm just sharing with everybody, so people can create a bottle. I don't see many people creating bottles in Creo Parametric, so yeah, this technique is the answer for that. Yep, so hopefully it'll be useful for some people out there. And yeah, it creates a nice, as you can see in the rendering at the beginning, it's just really nice. It's a really realistic looking glass that can be created. So you spend some time, and it looks more impressive as well. If you have a portfolio, it's just a lot more impressive to do something that nobody has. Yep, so I'm just gonna pause the video here, and I'll just do the whole lot and come back. Okay, so I'm gonna move on. Looks like it's taking a lot of time to do all of that, but yeah, you can do that yourself, but that will create the GNOME pattern manually. But I'm going to move on to the next bit. I'm going to show you the other feature. So on the bottom of the glass there is the sort of a concave in surface on the bottom here, and I'll show you again with the style tool. You can create this nice effect, and I don't think you can create it in any other way. So yep, so it could be very useful for you. Okay, now I'm just gonna cap off the end here. To cap off the end, you need a sketch. Okay, so select your sketch and click fill and caps off the end there. And now I'm going to switch to front view. I'll go into sketch, create a sketch on here. I'll just create a profile cut here and turn on reference so I can draw on the edge. Now what I'm going to do here is draw a line from there to there, and from the bottom that's 7 mil, from the top to the bottom that is 13, and now I'll create a line pointing that way. This line's 40 degrees from the bottom, and now I'm going to create an arc. So when you use arc, you point it that way, it tangent, but if you point the other way, you can create a unique arc. I'm gonna create an arc here. So create an arc, nice curvy arc. There you go, and I'll switch that straight line to a construction line, and I have a sketch. That's pretty good, and I'll go ahead and create a revolve, and only at the surface, and I'm going to select the axis, which is the middle, and instead of a 3D making a surface, so I can trim the rest out. So it creates a surface on the bottom, and I'll go ahead, select that, and go trim, and now select the edge. Hold shift to select both sides and point the arrow up to keep the surface at the top. So that creates a cut there, and go ahead and trim the bottom as well. So select trim, and what we're going to do now is select the trim object. So select the arc and hold shift to select the other arc, and point the arrow in to keep the surface on the inside, and we have a little neat design on the bottom. Okay, so there's a pan on the bottom that's repeated 16 times, and we're gonna project the line in there. To do that, we're gonna use the pan tool on the sketch. So you go sketch, click on sketch, and just draw one line up. Except that there's no tool to repeat the lines. There's no array tool, so it's pretty strange for Creo not to have it, but we can pan a line as well. So use the pan tool, switch to axis, select the middle axis, and we'll make that 16, and put an angle of 22.5 to create a line like that, and we'll go ahead and project this line onto the surface. So click project, and just open this prompt up. So the surface is here. We'll hold shift to select both surface, direction, select the axis, and for the chain we'll select the sketch. So start to create the projected line down for us. So go ahead and select all the sketch lines. So that's a good technique to learn there, was to create an array of lines. You can use the pan tool to pan lines, and it creates the projecting line there. We'll go ahead and accept that. Now I'm going to show you the style tool again, just how powerful the style tool is. So you go to style and switch to front plane, and we're going to draw a sketch onto the surface with this button, with that selection on, so we can draw on the surface. So now we can draw a curve on this surface connecting to the 2 points, and I'll accept that. So I'll switch to front view. Okay, so if you set the active plane to the back plane, when you go edit, select that line that you created, and there should be a anchor line, so you can control the curvature. You can't see it, but if you select the point and drag from the left of it, it should create a curve. So we draw that curve on the surface and we move it up. And I'm going to quickly draw a curve on the bottom here as well. Okay, so let's try that again. Do this carefully, make sure hold shift to snap on and shift to snap on the other side. And create a line. Let's go back to front view and accept that. And we want to put a slight curve on the bottom. So select the point and then drag the line down. And it should be like that. So that's the design. We'll go accept that. Now what you can do is, let me think about this. Okay, so with that there, we're gonna go ahead and pattern the style tool as well. So the style tool is pretty handy. We go select that, click on pattern, click on rotational pattern on an axis, and we'll make that 16 with an angle of 22.5, and creates a pattern across. With that there, we now can trim. We go to trim and hold shift and select all of these curves. It will cut that shape. And point the arrow up to keep the surface on the other side. And we're going to do the same on the bottom here. So I just go trim and select all of these. So style tool can be drawn on a surface and allows you to create organic curvature shapes in 3D. So I think the parametric tools, it's constrained to the views, but yeah, the style tool you can do in 3D, so you can do draw any shapes you like. And now we're going to go back to the style tool and create a surface there. So let's go to before the pattern. So from here I'm going to edit the first one, and with the 4 curves, actually I'll create a curve on here to close that shape off. Press the middle mouse button to start another shape. Okay, let's try that again. So create curve, click on the surface, draw the curve there. So with the 4 curves, we can create a surface. Select all 4, click surface, and creates a surface behind. And just make sure these lines are dotted, so that means it's positioned. So creates a nice. I don't want to go. Don't worry about it. But yep. So yep. So without the trim, with the trim remove, it creates our surface there. So there you go. That's the bottom bit done. Now what we have to do now is just to cut the top off, create a little line there, and we're nearly finished. I'm gonna stop the video here. In the next video I'm gonna show you how to merge the surfaces and create a solid using the solidify tool to create our complete glass, drinking glass. So congratulations, this you learned to learn an advanced technique in Creo Parametric today. Hope you liked the video. Just share with your friends, like the video, and add it to your favorites. Follow the links for the next video.